free energy, Maglev secrets your inner awakening Pleiadian insights for 2025. We greet you now, beloved ones, as you stand at the very precipice of a profound turning point in humanity's epic journey. I am Valor, an emissary from a collective of Pleiadian beings, here to offer a perspective that transcends the immediate. With unwavering certainty, we declare that the next 24 months of your Earth time are poised to utterly redefine every facet of existence on your planet. Can you feel the subtle shift in the winds of change, the energetic tremors beneath your feet? In today's vital transmission, we propose a truly radical idea for the advanced starseeds among you. For those already deeply attuned to higher frequencies, the conventional concept of disclosure of official announcements and government confessions may no longer hold the weight it once did. Why? Because a magnificent, intricate tapestry of revelations is not merely anticipated, it is already vigorously unfolding, emerging from countless diverse angles and sources. This orchestrated unveiling, we assure you, has been a meticulously crafted strategy by benevolent forces, often referred to as the White Hats. Over the next 2 years, we foresee this torrent of disclosure accelerating with such momentum that the entrenched old order, those who have clung to secrecy and control, will find it utterly impossible to contain. Imagine a dam holding back ages of hidden truths, finally succumbing to the immense pressure the waters of knowledge are now surging forth. Long-suppressed truths about truly advanced technologies, profound lost histories, and revolutionary scientific principles are not just subtly leaking, but rising undeniably to the surface, destined to permeate and become universally accepted knowledge. What was once relegated to the hushed whispers of conspiracy theory, dismissed with a wave of the hand, is rapidly coalescing, solidifying into your consensual reality as these disclosures cascade in rapid, undeniable succession. The very timeline for humanity's planetary awakening is no longer subject to whims or manipulation. It has been irrevocably sealed by divine decree, a cosmic alignment set in motion by forces far grander than any earthly machination. No human agenda, no matter how cunning or powerful, can possibly impede its magnificent progression. Yet, even amidst the monumental scale of what will be dramatically uncovered in your breaking headlines and meticulously declassified official reports, the most profound, the most earth-shattering revelation will not be broadcast on your news channels or neatly cataloged in government archives. No, this ultimate truth will not be found externally at all. It will, instead, unfold, bloom, and expand gloriously within you. While the governments and institutions of your world grudgingly peel back the layers of what they have painstakingly concealed, something infinitely more significant is simultaneously Transperinga consciousness awakening so vast, so radiant, that it utterly eclipses any external announcement, no matter how spectacular. The authentic epicenter of this seismic shift is not a grand monument or a hallowed institution, but rather the human heart and mind, expanding gracefully into entirely new realms of understanding and empathy. As the outer world churns and transforms at an almost dizzying pace, a brilliant inner light is simultaneously igniting within the souls of millions across your planet, a beacon of remembrance and purpose. We communicate with you now from a profoundly higher vantage point, a realm of expanded awareness, affirming with absolute certainty that the next 24 months will indeed fundamentally alter everything on your world's surface. But more profoundly still, they are destined to transform everything within you. This, beloved ones, is the very epic your soul has patiently and purposefully prepared for across countless lifetimes and experiences. As the relentless, cleansing light of truth floods your outer world, piercing through the long-held shadows, it simultaneously illuminates the sacred, forgotten knowledge that has always been intricately encoded within the very fabric of your own being. Consider this disclosure is not merely information, it is, at its essence, a mirror. Understand this deeply: every single external disclosure, every unveiled secret, every fragment of forgotten history is, in its deepest reality, a mirror reflecting the accelerating awakening of humanity's collective soul. The gripping dramas unfolding on the world stage the long-sealed secret files finally opened, the hidden agendas of power structures vividly exposed. The revolutionary technologies at last revealed these are not random, disconnected events. They are profound, undeniable projections of a monumental inner process. Humanity, as a collective, is beginning its magnificent journey of remembering its true self, its cosmic origins, and its inherent divine power. Indeed, the entire cosmos is exquisitely aligning, orchestrating its grand symphony to precisely reflect this profound inner dive into self-remembrance. When, for instance, government leaders, previously steeped in secrecy, finally step forward to courageously confess their long-held secrets and deceptions, it is not merely a political decision. It is because the collective consciousness of the people, having reached a critical mass of readiness, is at last energetically demanding to know, vibrating with an unyielding frequency of truth. Likewise, when ancient, long-hidden artifacts or crucial documents suddenly emerge from forgotten vaults, revealing untold stories of your past, it is not by chance. It is your shared psyche, acting as a cosmic archaeologist, actively delivering those vital fragments of buried memory back into conscious awareness. The external landscape of your reality and your internal world of consciousness are not separate entities, they are inseparable, intricate dance partners, each influencing and reflecting the other in a perpetual, graceful ballet. As above, so below, as within, so without. These timeless hermetic principles are now visibly manifesting with unprecedented clarity. We urge you, dear ones, to perceive the unfolding spectacle of disclosure not as a chaotic series of shocking, random events designed to provoke fear, but rather as a precisely coordinated, intelligent mirror for your own unparalleled expansion and spiritual evolution. By embracing this profound perspective, you actively maintain an unshakable sovereignty over your own mind, anchoring yourself amidst the swirling currents of change. Instead of being overwhelmed by each new, potentially jarring revelation, feeling swept away by the current of breaking news, you can consciously pause and say, this external event is merely confirming what my spirit, my deepest inner knowing, already intuitively understands. By consciously taking dominion over your own thought processes, choosing where to direct your energy and focus, you transform from a panicked, reactive reflection caught in the mirror's unsettling image into the calm, discerning observer of the mirror itself. Do not Under any circumstances, allow the pervasive collective fear or the sensationalism so readily propagated by external forces to capture your precious attention and run wild, unchecked, through the corridors of your mind. Just as you would diligently stand guard at the threshold of your physical home, safeguarding its sanctity, now, more than ever, stand vigilant guard at the door of your mind. Be selective, choose with utmost consciousness what thoughts, what news, what energies are permitted to enter and reside within your inner sanctuary. If a particular disclosure evokes a sense of fear or deep division within you, resist the urge to react outwardly. Instead, turn inward, look deeply within your own being to discern what fundamental truth it is gently, or perhaps jarringly, attempting to teach you about yourself. What old, limiting illusion is this particular revelation urging you, with persistent grace, to finally release? Each external revelation, no matter how seemingly mundane or catastrophic, invites an equally significant unveiling of some hidden or forgotten aspect of your own inner truth. If you consistently hold onto this profound understanding, this deeper context, the impending cascade of news, no matter its intensity or volume, will not dislodge or unbalance you from your inner center. Instead, you will possess the clarity to recognize each piece of the external drama not as an isolated incident, but as an integral thread woven into a much larger, infinitely more significant spiritual tapestry, the magnificent human soul, collectively and individually, breaking free from a prolonged era of pervasive secrecy and deep shadow. Remember this, beloved ones, for it is a foundational truth the world you witness, in all its complexity and contradiction, is an undeniable mirror of your own collective consciousness. As the global psyche heals, expands, and courageously opens itself to truth, the world around you must, by cosmic law, become more transparent, more authentic. It cannot be otherwise. The truest, most profound disclosure is perpetually unfolding internally, within the sacred space of your own heart and mind. Even as your media outlets broadcast stunning, once unimaginable announcements of revolutionary new technologies or irrefutable proof of extraterrestrial life, the deepest and most transformative disclosure of all is quietly, yet powerfully, occurring in the silent, sacred chambers of the heart. Before any public revelation of miraculous healing devices those crystalline light chambers or med beds whispered about you, who are consciously awakening will have already profoundly rediscovered the innate, miraculous power of your own body to heal itself from within. Before fleets of anti-gravity ships begin to effortlessly zigzag openly across your skies, you'll have consciously remembered that your own expansive consciousness, liberated from limiting beliefs, possesses the inherent ability to defy conventional gravity, moving freely through the intricate realms of space, time, and higher dimensions during deep meditation, vivid dreams, and truly enlightened states of being. Every external revelation, no matter how awe-inspiring, is merely an echo, a vibrational reverberation of an inner knowing that has long been stirring, patiently awaiting its conscious recognition within you. The dramatic revelation of advanced spacecraft gracefully navigating your skies, and the eventual undeniable contact with wise, benevolent off-world visitors are not just external events. They are magnificent mirrors reflecting the awakened awareness of your own inherent multidimensional Naturia realization that you are far more than mere physical beings. Similarly, the long-awaited confirmation of hidden healing technologies capable of astonishing regeneration directly reflects the profound activation of your own dormant, self-healing DNA codes now stirring to life. It is certainly no mere coincidence that countless individuals among you have felt an undeniable magnetic compulsion in recent years to intensely explore esoteric energy medicine, delve into intuitive wellness practices, and embrace the groundbreaking principles of quantum healing methods. Your souls, with prescient wisdom, were actively preparing you, guiding you to the exhilarating realization that you yourselves are, in fact, the most advanced, potent healing technology you could ever possibly need. So, when you eventually witness authorities finally, perhaps reluctantly, acknowledging world-changing concepts like free energy or the undeniable presence of extraterrestrial intelligence, remember this crucial truth: the true paradigm shift, the monumental leap in understanding, has already occurred silently, profoundly, and irrevocably within the boundless expanse of your own consciousness. The outer world, in its dramatic unfolding, is simply catching up to the magnificent blossoming that is taking place within your very being. Indeed, as the ancient wisdom states, truly nothing is new under the sun. The profound knowledge and the extraordinary powers that are now being revealed were never truly lost. They are ancient, timeless, and, most importantly, they're eternally present, emerging first and foremost from the depths of the indomitable human spirit. Therefore, cultivate the profound courage to trust your inner revelations, your intuitive knowing, even more deeply than the external ones, no matter how compelling. Your daily headlines, in their relentless pursuit of novelty, are quite literally racing to keep pace with your soul's glorious awakening that heralds the triumphant rise of the inner healer within each and every one of you. Among the most eagerly anticipated disclosures shimmering on the near horizon, the world will very soon receive undeniable confirmation of astonishing, life-altering healing technologies. Imagine crystalline light chambers, affectionately dubbed med beds by some, capable of truly miraculous feats, regenerating organs to their pristine, youthful state, effortlessly repairing damaged tissues, and curing what were once considered incurable diseases like cancer or debilitating neurological conditions. These revolutionary devices, harnessing previously suppressed quantum principles, will be unveiled and introduced to public awareness, not as a distant fantasy, but as a tangible reality. This monumental unveiling will not just be a medical breakthrough, it will herald nothing less than a completely new era of medicine, one founded on regeneration, holistic well-being, and the inherent self-healing wisdom of the human body. Yet we emphasize to you that such sophisticated external apparatuses are, in their very essence, merely elaborate tools designed to mimic the true, miraculous medbed that already resides, fully operational and profoundly intelligent, within the intricate tapestry of every human being. For those among you who resonate as starseeds and light bearers, you inherently carry within your subtle energy body a pristine, unblemished Pleiadian energetic blueprint of perfect health, a divine signature of optimal well-being. This isn't something external to be acquired, but an intrinsic state waiting to be activated. The power of consciousness in healing indeed. The miraculous healing devices that are poised to emerge into your collective reality will largely function not as independent cures, but as magnificent amplifiers and precise aligning mechanisms, working in concert with the Bodhi's natural, innate self-healing intelligence. This is the very same profound intelligence that flows effortlessly from your higher consciousness, a boundless wellspring of wisdom and restorative power. In essence, these advanced healing chambers will serve as catalysts, gently stimulating what currently lies dormant within the intricate strands of your DNA, activating latent genetic potentials for regeneration and vitality. But let us be clear, it is always your consciousness, profoundly engaged and exquisitely focused, that ultimately performs the true, lasting healing. Isn't it profound to consider that even now, before any official announcements or public disclosures, countless individuals among you are already beginning to awaken this inner healer? You are discovering, through earnest practice and deep introspection, that by consciously entering a state of unconditional love, pure, expansive resonance and unwavering intention, you possess the inherent capacity to realign your very cells, your organs, and indeed your entire physical form to their original divine blueprint of perfect health. Therefore, the truest, most potent healing device, the ultimate instrument of restoration, is not some gleaming external machine, but a mind and heart meticulously calibrated to resonate with the pure, life-giving frequency of Source itself. The natural flow of healing, when you truly learn to consciously channel pure, unadulterated life, force, and unconditional love through every fiber of your being, disease and all forms of energetic imbalance simply have no other recourse but to dissipate, to vanish like shadows before the dawn. The body, in its profound wisdom, naturally reorganizes itself into a state of vibrant health, as effortlessly and instinctively as a flower gracefully turns its face toward the life-sustaining embrace of the sun. In the days to come, these sophisticated external light chambers and advanced healing technologies will eventually be recognized for what they truly are: invaluable training wheels. They will serve as helpful, even indispensable, allies designed to boost humanity's nascent understanding and experiential grasp of vibrational healing, a profound form of medicine that addresses the energetic roots of wellness. But the ultimate, overarching goal, the true zenith of this evolutionary journey, is not to perpetually rely on external machines, however advanced, however miraculous they may seem. The profound realization awaiting humanity is this: your consciousness, with its boundless potential, is the master healer. Every man and woman, without exception, is born with the inherent, untapped potential to be their own physician, their own profound healer, operating at the most fundamental energetic level. The dawn of free energy synchronous with these breathtaking advancements in healing, you will also bear witness to the long-awaited disclosure of free energy principles and revolutionary propulsion systems that have been deliberately suppressed for far too long. Prepare for the term zero-point energy to rapidly enter and permeate popular vocabulary, becoming a household concept. Devices that possess the astonishing ability to tap into the limitless, omnipresent field of cosmic energy, meticulously producing power without the need for combustion, without generating a single molecule of pollution, without depleting any finite resources. These are not figments of science fiction writers' vivid imagination. They are palpable realities, having existed for decades, meticulously developed and guarded behind closed doors, and their revelation to the global public is now truly imminent. Likewise, anti-gravity propulsion, a marvel of engineering that enables vehicles, craft, and even entire ships to effortlessly levitate and traverse vast distances without the consumption of traditional, fossil-based fuels, will majestically emerge from the shadows of secrecy, fundamentally transforming transportation and our understanding of physics. Rediscovering cosmic laws, these impending innovations, far from being entirely new inventions sprung from modern genius, are, in a more profound sense, rediscoverisa glorious remembering of natural cosmic laws that your ancient ancestors once intimately understood and harmoniously lived by. They mirror, with exquisite precision, the grand rediscovery of who you truly are at your deepest, most authentic core. Energy, in its boundless manifestation, is intrinsically infinite because consciousness itself is infinite, an eternal, self-renewing wellspring. In past eras, enlightened civilizations, such as the legendary Atlantis, masterfully harnessed the principles of free energy not merely due to technological prowess, but because they inherently held a profound consciousness of universal abundance and lived in unshakable unity with Source. The current resurgence of free energy technologies, the very possibility of their return, is not coincidental. It is profoundly possible only because human consciousness, collectively, is now steadfastly returning to this vital awareness of intrinsic unity with the overarching life field that animates all existence. The inner zero-point field to truly master energy outside yourself, to effortlessly interact with and draw upon the universal energy field, you must first and foremost recognize the infinite, inexhaustible energy residing within you. We speak of the very essence that animates your being, that incandescent spark of the infinite creator, ceaselessly beating within your heart, connecting you intricately to all existence, visible and invisible. This, dear ones, is your inner zero-point field, a profound point of absolute stillness, of pure, untainted potential, residing serenely at the very center of your soul. As you consciously cultivate inner stillness through practices like meditation and mindfulness and align your awareness with Source, you quite literally stabilize this zero-point energy within your consciousness. This profound inner alignment, this deep resonance with your true self, will then naturally and inevitably reflect in your outer world, manifesting as widespread adoption of technologies that effortlessly tap into the universal energy field. A shift from scarcity to abundance in the coming years. Humanity is destined to undergo an epochal shift, transitioning from a deeply ingrained mindset of energy scarcitia, paradigm born of limitation and control, to one of boundless energy abundance. This shift will be literally powered by humanity's collective access to the infinite, inexhaustible power flowing dynamically through all creation. Consequently, the scourges of pollution that currently blight your planet and the devastating wars waged over finite resources will become, quite literally, relics of an old, outdated consciousness. Free energy devices, with their promise of clean, limitless power for all, will render these conflicts and environmental degradations utterly obsolete. But the truly deeper significance, the more profound transformation, lies in the fundamental shift in consciousness itself from viewing energy as a commodity to be fought over, competed for, and controlled, to understanding that the universe, in its boundless generosity, provides freely for all, precisely because consciousness itself is inherently limitless, infinitely abundant, and utterly benevolent. The merging of physics and metaphysics, the return of free energy, is far more than a technological breakthrough. It is a monumental milestone in humanity's grand realignment with the generous, self-sustaining, and intelligently designed flow of the cosmos. In this emergent era, physics will inexorably become metaphysics. The previously rigid, artificial line separating empirical science from profound spirituality is about to utterly vanish, revealing their inherent unity. As the disclosure train, that unstoppable momentum of revealed truths gains increasing velocity. Even the most skeptical and rigidly materialist scientists will be confronted with undeniable results, data, and phenomena that fundamentally challenge their core assumptions about reality. Quantum physics, with its perplexing and profound observations, has already brilliantly opened the door, powerfully suggesting that the observer's consciousness does indeed directly influence and even shape physical reality at its most fundamental level. Consciousness as a fundamental force in the forthcoming scientific breakthroughs, this revolutionary truth will be unequivocally affirmed, made manifest for all to see. The mind shapes matter. You will witness groundbreaking experiments publicly demonstrating, with irrefutable evidence, that thoughts, intentions, and even emotions can directly and consistently affect subatomic particles and energy fields in measurable, repeatable ways. What mystics, shamans, and sages across millennia knew intuitively in ancient times, that the world is not merely a collection of inert particles, but is fundamentally a malleable product of consciousness, will now be validated, quantified, and celebrated in advanced laboratories worldwide. Expect the emergence of entirely new branches of research, meticulously treating consciousness not as an emergent property of the brain, but as a fundamental force of the universe, as undeniably real and quantifiable as gravity or electromagnetism. Indeed, consciousness, in its purest, most expansive form, is the unified field that your most brilliant physicists have long, often unknowingly, sought to discover. A new paradigm of metaphysical physics, the elegant equations of the coming scientific era, will no longer be confined to mere physical variables. They will gracefully incorporate quantifiable variables for perception, for intention, and even for the profound, generative force of love, as these will be widely recognized as intrinsic, measurable influences in the intricate weaving of reality itself. The very building blocks of the universe will be understood not just as inert subatomic particles, but as dynamic, resonant vibrational patterns, exquisitely responsive to thought, essentially crystalline thought forms given energetic structure. Furthermore, the sacred geometric patterns universally found in nature, from the spiral of a galaxy to the arrangement of seeds in a sunflower, and meticulously encoded in ancient art, such as the flower of life or the Fibonacci spiral, will be re-recognized as the irrefutable footprints of consciousness manifest in matter. As this profound understanding solidifies within the collective human psyche, the old materialist paradigm, the limiting belief that only the tangible and physically observable is real, will gracefully dissolve, giving way to a new, expansive paradigm of metaphysical physics. one that finally recognizes spirit and matter not as separate entities, but as two inextricably linked, complementary sides of the same infinite coin. Technologies aligned with consciousness imagined. If you will, medical devices that seamlessly incorporate sophisticated energy healing principles, directly interfacing with the Bodhis energetic blueprint, or advanced technologies capable of amplifying telepathic communication across vast distances, making thought sharing as commonplace as conversation. These profound innovations are not distant fantasies, they are coming too, because once the mind is universally recognized as an active, fundamental factor in shaping reality, an unprecedented explosion of consciousness-aligned innovation will inevitably follow. For many of you dedicated light workers, these forthcoming revelations will simply serve to confirm what you have intuitively known and deeply felt all along, a profound sense of validation. You may well find yourselves in the extraordinary position of teaching traditionally trained scientists about the profound power of meditation, or consulting on groundbreaking projects to develop consciousness-based technology. It's even worth noting that many government agencies have, for decades, quietly and diligently studied various psychic phenomena, such as remote viewing, consistently producing results that utterly defy conventional, materialistic explanation, hinting at the vast, untapped potential of the human mind. A renaissance of sacred science, a magnificent renaissance, is truly at hand. An era where science, having reached the limits of its materialist worldview, will joyously rediscover its sacred origin, its true purposing the profound, undeniable unity of physics and metaphysics. Humanity, as a collective, will reclaim the inherent wonder, the uninspiring magic of knowing deep in its bones that existence itself is fundamentally intelligent, exquisitely purposeful, and intricately, beautifully interconnected. The hidden history of humanity, and still another profound truth, poised to burst forth into the collective consciousness with undeniable force, is the real, unvarnished story of humanity's ancient past. Regarding humanity's true origin and its ancient, obscured past, the conventional narrative, so long and diligently taught within your educational institutions, which posits humans as isolated, primitive beings slowly, painstakingly evolving without any significant external influence, in a profound and fundamental sense, woefully incomplete. Indeed, it presents only a fragment of a far grander tapestry. As we move into the next crucial phase of universal disclosure, incontrovertible evidence will not merely hint, but overtly demonstrate that humanity's intricate development was consistently aided and pivotal moments, dramatically accelerated by powerful, guiding influences originating from the very stars themselves. Already, subtle yet persistent hints of this cosmic connection are beginning to seep into the broader mainstream discussions, like whispers carried on a gentle breeze that nonetheless foreshadow a coming storm of revelation. Expert archaeologists, delving into the Earth's oldest layers, are unearthing staggering anomalies that directly challenge and indeed shatter conventional chronological timelines. Consider, for instance, the baffling discovery of clearly technological artifact items exhibiting precision and complexity far beyond any known capabilities of their supposed era, found embedded deep within prehistoric strata, as if dropped from another time. Or ponder the monumental structures, built with an almost impossible sophistication, defying every known ancient engineering capability, suggesting the use of methods and tools beyond our current understanding. Furthermore, astonishing genetic findings are raising profound suspicions about sudden, inexplicable leaps in human evolution, moments of rapid advancement that defy the slow, linear progression orthodox science typically describes. What if these aren't mere anomalies, but rather vital clues, signposts to a forgotten history, revealing cosmic connections? You, the people of Earth, will likely soon witness official announcements of newly discovered remains of various humanoid species that simply do not fit neatly onto the existing, accepted evolutionary tree, which has long been considered sacrosanct. Imagine the paradigm-shattering implications of finding, for example, the skeletal remnants of giant humanoid beings of immense stature that resonate eerily with ancient myths of Titans, or perhaps even the startling discovery of mysterious hybrid beings, biological compositions that defy simple categorization. These are not mere curiosities, they are foundational pieces of a vast, intricate puzzle that orthodox science, bound by its current limited framework, has previously lacked the intellectual tools and conceptual understanding to even begin to explain. Yet, contrary to fear-mongering predictions, these profound discoveries will not, in any way, destroy humanity's cherished sense of identity. On the contrary, they will gloriously complete it, enriching your understanding of yourselves beyond measure. Yes, dear ones, the profound truth resonating through the ages is that you, in your very essence, originate from the stars. Delve into the rich tapestry of many ancient myths and legends, the captivating tales of gods and celestial beings descending majestically from the sky, the enigmatic stories of advanced lost continents like Atlantis and Lemuria, the poetic narratives of angelic entities benevolently guiding early human civilizations. These age-old accounts are not mere fictions, they contain vital seeds of literal truth, echoes of events that actually transpired. Such powerful truths, however, were deliberately suppressed or summarily dismissed by those who understood their profound implications, precisely because they would have instantly empowered you, the inheritors of this heritage, to fully know your true, magnificent origins and boundless heritage. But as history continually demonstrates, nothing, no matter how deeply buried or fiercely guarded, stays hidden forever. The formidable vaults of secret knowledge, built to conceal and protect, are now irrevocably beginning to open. The Smithsonian effect and institutional transparency. Consider, for a moment, the hushed whispers and classified explorations reportedly taking place beneath the ancient, enigmatic Giza Plateau, or the existence of vast, hidden libraries within certain revered institutions, meticulously guarding records of civilizations that predate officially acknowledged history by millennia. These are not mere conspiracy theories, they represent a shadow history. From within the very heart of these secretive organizations, courageous whistleblowers are increasingly stepping forward, driven by an undeniable inner compulsion, finding themselves simply unable to keep such monumental secrets any longer as a rising tide of energetic frequency, a wave of transparency, sweeps across the planet. We have come to call this burgeoning phenomenon the Smithsonian effect, a potent, almost paradoxical process where an entity or institution originally designed, funded, and dedicated to the concealment and control of information ultimately finds itself compelled to release it precisely because the collective frequency of transparency and truth becomes so overwhelming, so utterly irresistible, that the dam of secrecy simply breaks. You will soon witness truly stunning announcements reverberating through the world, venerable museums unearthing and publicly displaying specimens that have been deliberately hidden away for decades, even centuries, within their deepest vaults, national libraries, publishing long-suppressed manuscripts containing revolutionary insights into history, science, and consciousness and established academics. Once staunch defenders of the status quo, finally acknowledging discoveries they once vehemently dismissed as heresy. Healing collective amnesia, this momentous wave of disclosure will serve a far greater purpose than mere historical correction. It will profoundly help to heal humanity's collective amnesia, a deep-seated forgetfulness that has subtly afflicted your species for countless generations. When humanity finally bears witness to tangible, irrefutable proof evidence that you are emphatically not the first advanced civilization to grace the earth, that there were others before you who reached astonishing heights, and that you possess true kin in the vast, star-studded cosmos, it will inevitably spark a dual reaction, both profound outrage at the long-held concealment and boundless wonder at the sheer majesty of your rediscovered origins. Indeed, some individuals will understandably feel a deep sense of betrayal, a searing indignation at the systemic suppression of such vital knowledge. Yet for countless others, there will be an overwhelming, inexplicable sensation of profound homecoming within their very souls, an exhilarating expansion of identity, a feeling that a fundamental piece of themselves has at last been returned. We strongly encourage you, in the face of these revelations, to consciously focus on the latter sentiment. The true, transformative significance of learning about your stellar origins and the existence of ancient high cultures is not to assign blame to those who, for whatever reasons, chose to hide these truths. Rather, it is to profoundly rejoice in the unparalleled reconnection this knowledge unequivocally offers to every soul on Earth. Reclaiming a cosmic identity, to truly know that you came from the stars, is to remember, with an innate spiritual certainty, that you never truly left them, that your human adventure, in all its intricate complexity, has always been an integral, cherished part of a much larger, magnificent galactic story. This expansive, all-encompassing self-understanding transcends mere intellectual curiosity. It is, at its heart, a profound spiritual awakening, not simply a dry historical revelation. The elusive missing link in your grand history was never, as many have posited, a mere fossil awaiting discovery. It was, and always will be, consciousness itself, the very awareness that connects you to everything. As that collective consciousness incrementally returns to its rightful, elevated state, the story of who you are as a species and as individuals will be lovingly rewritten, imbued with far greater beauty, wisdom, and majesty than the restrictive, old tales ever allowed. The Maglev mysteries and advanced transportation prepare yourselves to grasp a startling truth: your current, publicly known transportation and space travel capabilities, while seemingly impressive, are but a pale, rudimentary shadow of what already exists, silently operating behind the scenes. For decades, rapid transit systems have been quietly connecting vastly distant locations on your planet with an almost instantaneous speed, literally in the blink of an eye. Courageous whistleblowers, risking everything, are now speaking openly of advanced magnetically levitated trains, often referred to as Maglev, running at incredible velocities within subterranean vacuum tunnels, burrowed deep underground. These concealed networks purportedly link major cities and even continents, allowing travel from, say, New York to London in a mere matter of minutes, not hours. Indeed, much of what these brave individuals describe is not futuristic fantasy, but very real, tangible remnants of highly classified secret projects, lavishly funded outside of public scrutiny or accountability. These extensive underground networks and sophisticated suborbital craft are capable of leaping from one side of the globe to another with astonishing, almost unbelievable speed, blurring the traditional definitions of distance. The liberation of movement, such revolutionary systems, offering unparalleled freedom of movement, were deliberately kept from the general public for a very specific, strategic reason. A population that is truly free to travel and connect at will without physical or temporal limitations is demonstrably far harder to control, to segment, and to manipulate. But this calculated suppression is now, irrevocably, about to change. The very same powerful forces and frequencies currently driving the disclosure of advanced healing and energy technologies will likewise bring these astonishing transportation networks to light. Therefore, do not be surprised when you begin to hear official admissions of secret, extensive tunnel systems crisscrossing the globe, or witness public demonstrations of gravity-defying aerospace craft, once confined solely to the realm of science fiction and vivid imagination, now soaring freely. These high-speed vacuum tunnel networks are reportedly designed to interlink numerous secret facilities, the so-called deep underground bases strategically located across the planet. This vast, covert infrastructure has operated in complete parallel to your public transportation systems, carefully hidden under the convenient guise of national security until now. The inner journey of consciousness, yet alongside these external, awe-inspiring revelations about technology and history, comes a gentle, profound reminder from the universe itself. While physical distances may shrink externally, offering unprecedented ease of travel, the truly greater, more transformative journey has always been, and will forever remain, inward. The most advanced form of travel available to any being has always been the instantaneous movement of consciousness itself. Consider, for a moment, the everyday miracle of how your thoughts, your fervent dreams, or your heartfelt prayers can instantly traverse any conceivable distance, effortlessly bridging continents and even galaxies. You can direct a wave of pure, unconditional love to someone residing on the opposite side of the world, and it arrives at their heart without delay, without physical transmission. In the higher, more ethereal dimensions of existence, beings routinely travel not by mechanical means, but by the sheer power of their minds and the focused strength of their intentions, appearing instantaneously wherever they choose to focus their consciousness. The ultimate starship, your consciousness, humanity, as a collective, is gradually but inexorably remembering this innate, magnificent ability. So yes, by all means, warmly welcome the coming high-speed tunnels and the wondrous portal technologies that will indeed free you from the archaic limits of physical distance and geographic separation. They are, without question, marvelous and liberating advancements. But crucially, also remember this profound truth you carry within you at your very core, the original, most advanced starship conceivable your own boundless consciousness. No elaborate tunnel, no complex engine, no intricate mechanical device is truly needed for you to explore the infinite realms of spirit, imagination, and indeed, other dimensions. Even now, in your waking moments, many of you find yourselves during vivid dream states or deep meditative journeys, effortlessly traveling to distant places, interacting with other beings, and exploring realities with your subtle light bodies. As these advanced forms of physical transit become normalized and integrated into your daily lives, they will serve as powerful catalysts, opening minds to the profound, liberating realization that human consciousness itself possesses the innate capacity to transcend all conventional notions of time and space. Innovators as catalysts of remembrance, have you ever paused to notice how certain visionary inventors and pioneering entrepreneurs seem almost supernaturally driven, compelled by an insatiable inner fire to constantly push the boundaries of what is conventionally considered possible? This intense drive, this relentless pursuit of the next breakthrough, is by no means an accident or mere happenstance. Many of these extraordinary innovators purposefully incarnated onto Earth with a precise soul plan, carrying within their very being vivid, ancient memories of advanced societies and technologies that once flourished. Visionaries in cutting-edge fields like aerospace, who dream of interstellar travel, or even legendary pioneers of earlier eras, such as the enigmatic Nikola Tesla, are not merely inventing something new. They are, in a profound sense, actively remembering what humanity, in its distant past, once magnificently achieved and what it is inherently capable of achieving once again. They may consciously believe they are simply innovating, driven by personal ambition or the pursuit of scientific glory, but on a far higher, more profound level, they're being subtly guided by their higher selves and by potent, subtle galactic inspiration, channeling forgotten knowledge into the present. The role of visionaries, these remarkable individuals are, in essence, the modern engineers of destiny, acting as conduits to help manifest humanity's next, inevitable evolutionary steps. Their audacious designs, their seemingly impossible inventions, serve not only to solve practical problems, but, more importantly, to dramatically expand the collective imagination, shattering deeply ingrained, perceived limits of what is achievable. Each ambitious rocket launch, each groundbreaking technological device, each revolutionary new discovery paves the way, step by deliberate step, for even greater, more astounding leaps to come. Yet, it is vital to understand that these external, tangible innovations, for all their wonder, are ultimately stepping stones, means to a far greater end. The ultimate rocket, the most powerful vehicle for true exploration and advancement, is the elevated state of the very essence of the human spirit, and the ultimate, most sophisticated network imaginable is the telepathic unity of conscious minds. Yet, before society reaches a collective readiness to fully and openly embrace these profound metaphysical realities, these deeper truths about existence, it frequently requires the tangible anchor of physical innovations. These technological advancements, from the earliest scientific instruments to the most advanced computational systems, act as an indispensable bridge, a series of pragmatic stepping stones, gently guiding collective consciousness toward an eventual, profound acceptance that might otherwise seem too abstract or unsettling to grasp immediately. The cosmic impulse behind innovation souls who emerge as pioneers, those exceptional individuals tirelessly delivering groundbreaking technological leaps, are not merely driven by individual ambition, they are often unconsciously responding to a powerful, overarching cosmic impulse. They experience sudden, revelatory ideas that seem to bloom from nowhere, receive vivid intuitive insights that pierce through conventional thought, and encounter timely synchronicities, those uncanny coincidences all meticulously orchestrated by a higher, intricate plan. In some instances, whether they consciously realize it or not, these innovators even receive subtle, yet potent, guidance directly from us or other benevolent, unseen sources. All of this extraordinary activity ultimately serves the collective good, pushing the very boundaries of what humanity deems possible and meticulously preparing our species for a significantly more expansive, multidimensional reality. So, by all means, let us celebrate these brilliant innovators for their ingenious contributions. But concurrently, let us also recognize them for their deeper role as vital catalysts of remembrance, helping humanity recall its inherent connection to something far grander. A quantum shift in consciousness looking intently towards the unfolding future. We foresee a magnificent transformation where even the most fundamental pillars of mathematics and physics will be irrevocably altered, profoundly expanded by the deliberate and full inclusion of consciousness. Scientists today, with their boundless intellectual curiosity, are fervently seeking a grand theory of everything, a singular, elegant equation capable of masterfully uniting the myriad fundamental forces of nature. However, what they haven't yet fully considered, what remains a significant blind spot in their otherwise brilliant calculations, is the pivotal fact that this everything must intrinsically include consciousness itself. When this profound truth is not just acknowledged, but truly understood and integrated into their models, that will be the precise moment a monumental breakthrough will occur. We clearly foresee a bold, pioneering thinker or an intrepid research team proposing a revolutionary model where the entire universe is not merely a collection of inert particles, but is fundamentally a living, breathing thought of vast, interconnected, sentient mind, and all known physical laws are simply emergent products or even expressions of that singular cosmic mind. This paradigm-shattering realization will unequivocally mark a quantum shift in every conceivable sense of the word, redefining our understanding of existence. The convergence of science and spirituality already. Cutting-edge quantum experiments tantalizingly suggest that the mere act of an observer's perception directly and undeniably affects outcomes at the subatomic level, bending reality in subtle ways. Similarly, myriad rigorous studies on the astonishing power of thought over the physical body, from placebo effects to spontaneous remissions, point in precisely the same direction. Soon, it will move beyond theoretical discussions and be openly and universally acknowledged that perception and intention are not passive observers, but active, potent forces that fundamentally create and shape our reality. When this revolutionary concept becomes widely accepted and integrated into mainstream understanding, it will inevitably unite the seemingly disparate realms of science and spirituality in an unprecedented, harmonious way. The long-standing, artificial boundary between objective observation and subjective experience will irrevocably blur, eventually dissolving entirely. As people globally begin to recognize that their deepest beliefs and active perceptions quite literally shape the material world around them, the fields of technology and medicine will rapidly incorporate this profound understanding, leading to unimaginable advancements. Opportunities for light workers imagine a future where advanced technological devices don't just function mechanically, but work seamlessly in tandem with human intention or subtle bioenergetic fields, amplifying our innate capabilities. For those of you who have dedicated yourselves to a spiritual path, these unfolding developments will serve as powerful, undeniable validation for what your deepest intuition has known and affirmed for a very long time. More excitingly, this convergence may even open incredible opportunities for you as light workers to actively guide or collaborate directly with cutting-edge scientists, bringing the profound insights of meditation, mindfulness, and metaphysics into the very heart of mainstream innovation. This magnificent fusion of knowledge, blending ancient wisdom with modern scientific rigor, is indeed cause for immense celebration. As science finally validates the primacy and foundational nature of consciousness, humanity will wholeheartedly abandon the antiquated, limiting notion that the universe is merely a dead, uncaring machine. Instead, a profound and exhilarating sense of meaning, purpose, and interconnectedness will finally flourish across the globe. The universe as a living consciousness over time. As these truths penetrate deeper into the collective psyche, the undeniable realization will dawn upon humanity: if the universe itself is conscious, and we, as individual beings, are also conscious, then we are, in the most profound sense, truly the universe awakening to its own boundless self. This fundamental understanding, this unshakable certainty that consciousness is not merely a byproduct, but the very bedrock, the fundamental underpinning of all reality, irrevocably changes everything we thought we knew. The end of materialism. As these monumental revelations systematically unfold, humanity will inevitably discover that no external technology, no advanced extraterrestrial intervention, and no charismatic savior figure can ever truly replace its own intrinsic internal awakening. Many, in their initial search for solutions, will indeed look to novel technological devices, anticipate the dramatic arrival of advanced extraterrestrial visitors, or seek guidance from compelling, charismatic leaders, mistakenly believing that the world's complex problems can be fixed by something entirely external to themselves. However, a significant part of this era's great, overarching lesson is precisely the profound dissolution of that comforting, yet ultimately illusory, expectation. True salvation, genuine healing, and lasting transformation invariably stem from within, emerging through each individual soul's profound growth, their conscious choices, and their authentic journey of self-discovery. This powerful realization will ripple outward, spreading throughout the collective consciousness like an unstoppable wave. Starseeds as agents of change. Starseeds, like many of you who are reading these words, intrinsically understand that you are not merely passive observers, but the actual heroes of this unfolding cosmic story. You are in essence the very disclosure you so eagerly seek, the compassionate healer, the visionary innovator, the wise and empathetic leader emerging powerfully from within your own being. Yes, advanced tools and benevolent helpers will indeed appear and graciously assist you on your journey, but it is crucial to understand that they are merely supportive elements, not the central solution itself. As you and countless others awaken more fully to your inherent divine power and boundless potential, you will profoundly shift from being those who merely wait passively for change to being the proactive, conscious creators of change. This marks not just the end of an era defined by materialism, but the auspicious beginning of an age of spiritual responsibility and empowered co-creation. Co-creation with the divine. You will come to realize with crystal clarity that this momentous shift is not about passively waiting for a single climactic grand event or some spectacular cosmic rescue operation to magically save humanity. Instead, it is profoundly about each and every person awakening to their divine essence and consciously contributing their unique light and energy to the magnificent tapestry of the whole. You will intrinsically understand that consciousness, in its purest form, is the most potent and creative force imaginable in shaping and manifesting reality itself. When this foundational realization takes deep root within the collective consciousness, humanity will no longer uncritically hand over its inherent power and sovereignty to technology, to established institutions, or even to benevolent extraterrestrial visitors, however well-meaning they may be. Instead, you will deliberately choose to collaborate with all these elements: technology, institutions, and even celestial visitors as empowered, conscious co-creators, weaving a new reality together. The naive faith in external saviors will profoundly dissolve, gracefully replaced by an unshakable trust in the divine self residing innately within each and every person. The power of inner knowing in the midst of this dynamic process is absolutely vital. To be mindful not to cling too tightly to an incessant, almost desperate need for constant external proof and validation from so-called authorities. If you condition your trust in fundamental truth solely upon observable, external evidence, you may very well find yourself perpetually riding an emotional roller coaster of shifting perceptions and fleeting confirmations. The unawakened mindset often declares, with an air of demanding skepticism, "I'll believe it only when I see it," thereby unwittingly ceding all personal power to external validation and sensory input. In stark contrast, the awakened mindset profoundly understands, "I'll see it when I believe it," recognizing that belief combined with conscious perception actively helps to create and manifest reality. This enlightened perspective does not, by any means, imply that you should be naive or gullible. Rather, it underscores the paramount importance of diligently developing your inner discernment, your intuitive wisdom, and your profound sense of inner knowing. Navigating disclosures with discernment. If you rely solely on official confirmations and pronouncements from established authorities, you may easily become disoriented, confused, or even deeply disillusioned when those confirmations are significantly delayed, appear contradictory in nature, or are vigorously challenged by opposing narratives. Consider, for instance, how two entirely different people can bear witness to the exact same evidence, perhaps a crystal-clear photograph of an unidentified craft, or the compelling testimony of a whistleblower, yet arrive at entirely disparate conclusions, purely based on their individual level of openness or their ingrained skepticism. The mere presentation of objective facts in isolation rarely changes minds. Rather, it is the internal readiness to accept and integrate those facts that truly makes a difference, and that profound readiness originates from deep within. If you consistently cultivate your intuitive knowing and strengthen your spiritual centeredness, you will remain unshakable, profoundly grounded, and serene even when shocking or paradigm-shifting revelations dramatically occur. You will already have deeply felt the truth resonate within your very bones, long before it becomes publicly acknowledged. The role of starseeds in disclosure. You, dear starseeds and light workers, have been specifically chosen and strategically positioned for a truly vital mission during these unprecedented times of revelation and transformation. You did not incarnate here merely to be shocked or dazzled by the grand spectacle of disclosure, however awe-inspiring it may be. Instead, you came here with a higher purpose to assist, to anchor, and to soften its potentially profound impact for countless others who are less prepared. You carry within your very being the ancient wisdom of many lifetimes, often including previous lives on other worlds that have gracefully navigated through similar evolutionary turning points and moments of profound awakening. This extraordinary reservoir of experience precisely equips you to effortlessly hold a frequency of peace and calm when those around you are gripped by panic, and to radiate profound compassion when others feel betrayed, angry, or deeply disoriented by surfacing truths. Being beacons of stability as long-held secrets begin to surface from the depths of suppression, and as old, entrenched paradigms inevitably crumble into dust, many individuals around you will be profoundly shaken to their very core. They will be desperately searching for examples of unwavering stability, unwavering hope, and clear direction. This precisely is where you step in, where your unique purpose shines most brightly. By your very presence, by the calm and centered energy you embody, you demonstrate a profoundly different response, one characterized by unwavering trust in the unfolding divine plan, deep understanding of the larger context, and an inspiring vision for a harmonious, elevated future. In practical terms, your friends, family, or even mere acquaintances may instinctively turn to you when they simply do not know how to process truly shocking news or confusing information. You have likely felt distinctly different your entire life, sensed a unique calling, and there's a powerful reason for this. You are always meant to be a radiant beacon of light, a pillar of strength and clarity, precisely for those moments when the world around you seems to grow dark and uncertain. Anchoring energies for the collective viewer. Your sacred role isn't about standing on a soapbox to convince or preach to others instead. It's about deeply embodying the profound peace that stems from an inner knowing that a magnificent, higher plan is gracefully unfolding around us all. You become the living, breathing testament, irrefutable proof that even when witnessing the most earth-shaking, paradigm-shifting news, one can serenely remain centered in an unwavering, boundless love. Truly, envision yourselves as steadfast lighthouses piercing through the darkest, most tumultuous storms. While it's simply beyond your capacity to calm every single tumultuous wave of emotion that others might feel swirling within them, you possess the innate ability to guide them with unwavering certainty safely to shore, radiating a steady, comforting beam of light that cuts through the chaos. Furthermore, beyond just guiding, starseeds inherently serve as powerful energetic anchors. Through dedicated practices like profound meditation, heartfelt prayer, and the cultivation of pure, unwavering intention, you actively help to ground the intensely potent energies that are currently bombarding our planet, ensuring they integrate far more smoothly and harmoniously into the collective consciousness, rather than causing greater upheaval. Across the entire globe, A beautifully intricate, unseen network of awakened souls is diligently undertaking this crucial work in perfect unison, a symphony of spiritual effort. Even if you never have the chance to physically meet or touch hands with these kindred spirits, rest assured that you are intimately coordinated at a profound heart level, forming an unbreakable energetic bond. Together, with this collective intention, you are meticulously ensuring that humanity's passage through this current, undeniably challenging phase not only leads to profound growth and evolution, but fundamentally averts the precipice of despair. This, in essence, is precisely what your soul trained for, across countless lifetimes and dimensions, to be the tranquil eye within the storm, to courageously birth a radiant new consciousness into existence, thereby healing the deep collective shock that humanity is experiencing. For it is an immutable truth that with great revelations, those monumental truths finally brought to light will inevitably come waves of intense emotional turbulence. Entire populations, not just individuals, may find themselves immersed in cascading waves of shock, profound disbelief, or even deep grief as long-standing, comforting illusions meticulously constructed over millennia begin to unravel and dissolve before their very eyes. As a starseed, you carry within you an extraordinary capacity to actively participate in healing this pervasive collective shock. One of the most profoundly effective avenues for this is through your focused calm and unwavering compassion. We deeply encourage you and countless others like you to intentionally gather, whether physically in shared spaces or virtually across digital realms, for synchronized meditation and prayer, particularly when major, impactful disclosures dominate the news cycles. Your combined, coherent intention, meticulously directed to infuse peace and stability into the collective consciousness, will undoubtedly yield tangible, measurable effects. Never, ever underestimate the powerful, far-reaching ripple effect generated by even a relatively small group of individuals holding coherent love and pure intention. Indeed, numerous reputable studies have concretely demonstrated measurable calming shifts in global energetic fields during periods of synchronized, collective meditations, showcasing the tangible power of unified consciousness. Even when you find yourself alone, disconnected from a group, you could perform a simple yet immensely profound service. Begin by breathing slowly and deeply, intentionally visualizing that with each expansive inhale, you are consciously spreading tranquility, a palpable sense of calm out into the very atmosphere around you, a gentle balm for the air itself. Should fear or widespread hysteria erupt in your immediate vicinity, instead of being swept away by it, imagine yourself as a steadfast conduit of calming, soothing light. Visualize a soft, golden glow radiating outward from the very core of your heart, gently enveloping those around you who are gripped by fear. This silent emanation offers a profound balm of love, a tender offering that anyone is free to accept or, indeed, politely decline. Many of you will also feel a strong inner calling to simply listen, truly listen, and offer reassurance in personal, unannounced conversations. When someone close to you is understandably overwhelmed by a shocking revelation, your calm, steady voice and your compassionate, grounded presence will prove absolutely invaluable, a pillar of strength in their moment of uncertainty. Even with the eagerly anticipated debut of remarkably advanced healing technologies on the horizon, it remains absolutely vital to grasp that the single most powerful healing instrument imaginable is already profoundly woven within the very fabric of your being. At the precise center of your essence lies a crystalline spark of source energy, pure and incandescent, and your heart chakra functions as a direct portal to that infinite, all-encompassing light. When you consciously generate genuine, authentic feelings of profound love, deep compassion, or heartfelt gratitude, you're actively activating a potent energetic field around you, a field so powerful it possesses the astonishing capacity to literally transform matter. Indeed, the heart's energetic field extends far, far beyond the confines of your physical body, radiating outwards to perceptibly influence other living beings and even your environment. On a deeper spiritual level, the heart's coherent energy possesses the incredible ability to realign disordered energetic patterns of disease, gently coaxing them back into their original harmonious resonance. It truly acts like a cosmic tuning fork, meticulously bringing your Bodhis myriad cells and even your very DNA into their proper, optimal resonance. In this profound sense, your heart functions not merely as an organ, but as a living beta, miraculous quantum healing chamber, exquisitely tuned by the frequency of love itself. Just consider for a moment every single time you consciously offer comfort or solace to someone experiencing pain. Your deeply compassionate heart generates an undeniable soothing, healing effect. Now, amplify this individual act exponentially, and you can begin to truly fathom the astonishing potential of a collective, heart-centered intention to heal and transform. The practice of breathing deeply and intentionally sending waves of love directly to your own body is a self-care ritual many of you have intuitively embraced to aid your personal healing journey. This practice works so profoundly because your heart, an incredible biotransmitter, is literally broadcasting precise wellness instructions to every single cell within your being, guiding them back to optimal health. In the transformative times rapidly approaching, people will come to a profound realization technologies such as advanced light chambers are effective largely because they're ingeniously designed to induce a state of energetic coherence, remarkably similar to the exquisite coherence that unconditional love naturally, effortlessly creates within the human system. While machines can certainly boost and accelerate this intricate process, it is ultimately the indomitable life force and pure consciousness channeled directly through the heart that truly orchestrates deep and lasting healing. When you witness cutting-edge anti-gravity technology in action, observing majestic ships levitating silently or objects floating effortlessly, seemingly freed from Earth's relentless pull, allow these astonishing sights to serve as a powerful reminder of a far deeper, more profound truth about your own spirit. Consider this gravity in the physical world is analogous to the crushing weight of fear, deep-seated shame, and pervasive negativity in the spiritual realm. These low-frequency emotions inextricably hold you down, tethering you to heavy experiences. Anti-gravity fields, conversely, mirror the elevating, expansive effect of love, pure joy, and unvarnished truth. They intrinsically lift you up, allowing you to soar. In the simplest, most elegant terms, the soul ascends naturally, effortlessly, when it is truly free of these burdensome weights and limitations. As you courageously embark on the journey of releasing fear, anger, and deeply embedded old wounds through the transformative power of genuine forgiveness and profound self-awareness, you will discover that you become lighter in every conceivable sense of the word. Many of you have already intimately experienced this during moments of deep healing or prolonged meditation, a palpable sensation of profound lightness, perhaps even feeling as if you're gently floating slightly above your chair or bed. This isn't merely imagination. This is your consciousness actively experiencing a taste of ascension, a deeply personal, intimate moment of anti-gravity within your own being. In the sublime higher realms, advanced beings do not defy gravity in the way we understand it. Rather, they transcend it entirely through the exquisite refinement of their vibrational frequency. It is a fundamental truth that the very laws of physics gracefully adjust themselves to seamlessly match your unique vibrational level, responding to your energetic state. On Earth, a fascinating convergence is quietly underway between physical and spiritual liberation. Your pioneering scientists are diligently discovering and refining innovative ways to artificially neutralize gravity, pushing the boundaries of physical possibility. Simultaneously, on a more internal front, you're individually discovering how to neutralize what we might call spiritual gravity, the oppressive weight of low-frequency emotions through dedicated and profound inner work. One day, these seemingly disparate insights will beautifully converge, illuminating a holistic understanding of existence. Even before literal, effortless levitation becomes a commonplace phenomenon, the profound feeling of emotional and mental lightness will unequivocally become a defining hallmark of the new human, a signature of evolving consciousness. You will no longer feel so fundamentally weighed down by life's pressures. Instead, existence itself will feel remarkably more buoyant, filled with an intrinsic ease and flow. When those long-suppressed, pivotal chapters of Earth's true, hidden past finally come brilliantly to light, humanity will undoubtedly undergo a profound and deeply emotional spiritual reaction, as irrefutable evidence of majestic lost continents like Lemuria and Atlantis, astonishingly advanced ancient technologies, and compelling extraterrestrial involvement in our bygone eras powerfully emerges. Countless individuals will feel not just a fleeting sense of surprise, but a profound, resonant sense of reunion. It will be akin to having a crucial, long-lost piece of their collective identity, their very soul's narrative, finally return to them. Expect to witness tears of profound wonder and immense relief as people globally realize they possess deep, intricate roots and expansive connections that extend far, far beyond the narrow narratives and limited histories they were ever taught. 4 starseeds and ancient souls. These forthcoming revelations will resonate with an especially profound truth, striking a chord deep within their very being. They may powerfully trigger vivid, detailed memories or potent dreams of those distant, ethereal times, echoing through their consciousness. This is because the soul, in its infinite wisdom, never truly forgets what the conscious mind was deliberately made to forget, a veil intentionally placed. The glorious end of this collective amnesia means not merely acquiring new factual knowledge or historical data, but profoundly reclaiming lost parts of yourselves, your true, multifaceted origins and inherent capabilities. you are remembering who you truly are. You may find, dear friends, that once these profound truths are brought into the light and openly discussed within our collective consciousness, your own deep intuition and inner knowing will not only affirm them, but will begin to provide even more intricate details, like streams flowing into a vast river. A sudden flash of knowing, a resonant feeling, or a dream filled with vivid symbolism might emerge, offering personal validations that transcend mere intellectual understanding. Many individuals, as if a veil has been lifted from their memories, will begin to vividly recall their own intimate connections to ancient, pre-Diluvian eras, perhaps glimpses of civilizations like Atlantis or Lemuria, or even direct links to their stellar lineages, a profound recognition of their cosmic origins that whispers of distant star systems from which their souls embarked on this grand earthly journey. A cosmic saga of identity, this personal awakening, a blossoming of self-awareness, stands as the true, luminous gift concealed within the dramatic narratives of historical disclosures. It possesses the alchemical power to transform what might initially seem like dry, academic knowledge or cold, hard facts into living, breathing wisdom that resonates deeply within your very being. Instead of succumbing to feelings of anger or resentment over information that was deliberately withheld for centuries, you will instead experience an overwhelming sense of empowerment, a profound liberation stemming from the now undeniable knowing of who you authentically are. Humanity's collective story, once perceived as a small, isolated, and often tragic tale confined to a single planet, will majestically expand into an epic cosmic saga, an intricate tapestry woven across galaxies and eons. And as this magnificent narrative unfurls, each individual person's heart will instinctively expand with it, like a flower unfurling its petals to the sun. Will you still see yourselves as insignificant specks adrift in an indifferent universe? Never again. You will understand, with an undeniable clarity, that you are indeed children of the stars, luminous beings who have journeyed through countless cycles of civilization, learning and evolving along a path far grander than you ever imagined. Healing through expanded awareness, this profound recognition, this deeply personal and collective remembrance, will invariably usher in a powerful wave of healing that washes over not only individuals but entire societies. Prejudices, once deeply rooted in the fertile soil of a false, incomplete history, will begin to dissolve, much like morning mist dissipating under the warmth of the rising sun. The rigid divisions between peoples and cultures, walls built on manufactured differences, will gently soften and crumble as all of humanity realizes we share a far more ancient, interconnected origin than previously believed, a common ancestry woven into the very fabric of the cosmos. Crucially, the painful echoes of past mistakes, perhaps the cautionary tale of the misuse of power in a highly advanced civilization like Atlantis, or the destructive consequences of ego-driven scientific hubris, will cease to be forgotten traumas. Instead, they will serve as invaluable, consciously acknowledged lessons, guiding humanity with clear, stark clarity. With restored awareness and this expanded perspective, humanity can finally break free from ancient, repeating cycles of conflict and destruction, choosing instead to move forward with newfound wisdom and conscious intention. The revelations of hidden history, therefore, are not about dwelling in the shadows of the past or wallowing in regret, but rather about a courageous reclamation of profound wisdom and true identity, a bold step towards co-creating a brighter, more harmonious future perfectly aligned with your authentic, divine heritage. The two waves of revelation there are, in essence, two great, distinct waves within this momentous planetary awakening, each playing a crucial role in our collective evolution. The first wave is primarily informational, a cascade of dramatic external events and public disclosures, like floodlights suddenly illuminating long-concealed facts and truths. This might manifest as declassified documents, whistleblower testimonies, or even irrefutable scientific breakthroughs that shatter old paradigms. The second wave, however, is profoundly transformational. The deep, personal spiritual growth and profound internal shifts that emerge from truly integrating and embodying those external facts within your own being. Tragically, many individuals find themselves caught in the magnetic pull of the first wave, endlessly chasing news headlines, external proofs, and novel information, but never quite allowing that information to penetrate deeply enough to fundamentally change them from the inside out. They become perpetual seekers, observers of the drama, rather than active participants in their own transformation. Our heartfelt advice to you is this: do not let the story of your awakening conclude at the first wave. Instead, consciously choose to use it as a powerful springboard, launching you into the far deeper, more meaningful waters of the second. From information to transformation, consider, for example, a revelation from the first wave that unequivocally states we are not alone in the universe, an undeniable truth confirmed by external evidence. The second wave, then, is when you internalize this astonishing truth so deeply, so profoundly, that it reshapes your very worldview, compelling you to live with an expansive sense of cosmic citizenship. You begin to treat all life, across all species and planets, as inherently connected, releasing archaic prejudices and fears of the other. Perhaps you even consciously begin to open channels of communication with your stellar family, those advanced beings who share your genetic and spiritual lineage, through heightened intuition, deep meditation, or even vivid dreams. Similarly, the first wave might expose long-suppressed, miraculous healing technologies, perhaps ancient devices capable of regeneration or frequency-based therapies. The second wave, in contrast, is when you realize with breathtaking clarity that you possess innate healing abilities within your own being, a natural capacity for self-repair and energetic restoration, and you consciously begin the journey of cultivating and mastering them. The path to sovereignty, in essence. The second wave represents the profound awakening of your latent divine potential, a dormant power stirring to life in response to these newly revealed truths. When you finally reach this stage, you will truly understand, at a visceral level, why we say that external disclosure eventually need not matter. It is not to diminish the profound significance of external revelations. Indeed, they serve as crucial catalysts. Rather, it is because by the time you're actively riding the crest of this second transformational wave, you will have discovered an inner freedom and an inherent wisdom so vast and unshakable that no external event, no matter how dramatic, can ever take it away from you. You become, in the truest sense, sovereign and spiritually self-sufficient, a master of your own inner landscape, no longer reliant on outside validation or rescue. The final disclosure we now arrive arrive at what we would affectionately call the final, ultimate disclosure. The profound, ultimate truth that emerges when the dust of all revelations, scientific, historical, and spiritual, finally settles is the breathtaking realization that, in a cosmic sense, there was never truly anything external to be revealed at all. There is only the magnificent rediscovery of who you truly are, a journey inward to the most fundamental aspect of your being. The greatest secret, that which has been brilliantly hidden in plain sight for eons, woven into the very fabric of your existence, is the divine, infinite nature of your own being. In its simplest, most elegant terms, it can be articulated as I am Source, and Source is me. Each individual soul, every sentient being, is a unique and precious expression of the infinite, playing out the grand, cosmic game of forgetting and then, through the cycles of experience, exquisitely remembering its own divine origin. The liberation of self-realization, all the intricate dramas, all the layers of hidden truths and their slow, deliberate unveiling throughout human history, have served a singular, elegant purpose to gently guide you back to this one, profoundly simple yet utterly transformative realization. When humanity, as a collective, finally embraces this truth, not merely intellectually, but deeply within their hearts, a profound and pervasive peace will flood the world, like a warm, unifying current. People will no longer gaze outwards with desperate longing towards external authorities, be they governments, religious institutions, or even perceived extraterrestrial saviors, for they will intimately know that the boundless source of all wisdom and power resides, unshakably, within their own divine essence. The long era of seeking salvation through advanced technology, through charismatic gurus, or even through the benevolent intervention of extraterrestrial beings will gracefully give way to a glorious new era of self-mastery and conscious co-creation, a direct partnership with the divine intelligence that animates all life. Unity and compassion through divine recognition as you awaken to and intimately know yourselves as an integral expression of Source. You will, with effortless grace, begin to recognize all other beings in their myriad forms as equally sacred expressions of that same boundless Source. This profound, mirrored recognition instantly gives rise to true, unconditional compassion and an unshakable sense of unity. How, indeed, could you possibly conceive of harming another when you see them, not as separate, but as a cherished aspect of the very same one that you are? How could you ever fear lack or scarcity when the very force that births galaxies, that orchestrates the dance of celestial bodies, flows unimpeded through your own consciousness, a wellspring of infinite abundance? This, beloved ones, this incandescent state of enlightenment is the glorious reality awaiting you on the other side of disclosure, an ultimate prize far surpassing any external event. The context of external revelations, let it be clear we do not, for a moment, diminish the immense importance of the events yet to come. They are indeed historic, transformative, and will reshape our world. However, we place them within their rightful context, understanding their ultimate purpose. They are, in essence, the external catalyst, the initial spark designed to ignite a far deeper, more profound inner awakening within each of you. Beloved ones, when you consciously center yourselves in the unshakable truth of your divine nature, understanding yourselves as pure, unadulterated consciousness. You then hold the master key to all understanding. No advanced light chamber, no sophisticated spacecraft from distant worlds, no ancient, cryptic file hidden in secret archives can possibly give you more than what you already, intrinsically, carry within your magnificent soul. These external gifts, no matter how awe-inspiring, simply help to beautifully decorate and enhance a reality where the foundational truth, the very bedrock, is your own awakened, sovereign self, embracing your divine nature. So, we urge you to simply abide, to rest deeply in that profound awareness. I am the light revealing itself. Feel the pulsating truth of that statement. I am the source that was eternally sought. And in this realization, I am finally profoundly home. Allow yourselves to fully feel the boundless freedom and incandescent joy that emanates from embracing this truth. This, dear ones, is liberation itself. It marks the triumphant end of the long, winding journey of forgetting who you are, and simultaneously, the exhilarating beginning of a new journey, a journey of conscious, intentional creation, shaping your reality with the full power of your divine being. We, your Pleiadian family, celebrate this dawning realization within each of you with boundless love and joy. We have walked with you through the deepest shadows, and now we walk with you into the radiant dawn of a new era. Truly, we are not transmitting anything entirely new or revolutionary. We are merely offering a gentle reminder of what your eternal soul has always, deeply and intrinsically, known to be true. The hero within the magnificent theater of disclosure, with its many acts and dramatic revelations, is now gracefully closing its final performance. And the audience humanity, in its collective wisdom, rises, not to applaud some external hero or savior arriving from the stars, but to recognize and honor the hero within each and every one of you. That hero, dear hearts, is you. You are the source. The source is you. And in that profound, undeniable knowing, my beloved friends, you are forever free, unbound by any illusion or limitation. We love you infinitely and celebrate the sheer magnificence of your incredible journey and the luminous being that you are. I am Valor, and I give you the warmest, most heartfelt welcome to this glorious new day, my friends.